By far my favorite things to make for Thanksgiving are the pies. Now I am by far no expert, and you can tell these pies are not perfect, but that's the fun of trial and error and figuring out what works for you. For these pie crusts, I'm going to be using soft white wheat. It's a great way to get some whole grain in and still get that soft, flaky crust. I like this recipe because it uses lots of sourdough discard and of course has butter, so it's delicious. I like to make these crusts a few days in advance and let them chill in the fridge so that when it comes time to make the filling, I'm already halfway done. Now you don't want to knead this dough because then it will melt the butter. You want the chunks of butter so that you get a nice flaky crust. So you're going to just form this into a ball and then put it aside. Every year you have to have pumpkin pie, right? So that's what we're starting with here. I've got some homemade pumpkin from a friend, which is awesome and delicious. Then I'm going to put all my spices, cream, and eggs, whisk it up, and then I'm going to pour it into that pie crust. This one is by far the easiest. It is important when you're rolling and shaping your crust that you keep it chilled in the fridge when you're not using it, and you move very quickly because once that butter starts to melt, it'll be very hard to handle. When making pies, I prefer to use a pie dish, but because I was using these disposable tins, I made sure to put my pie on top of that pan when putting it in the oven because I would hate to drop this pie when getting it out. So we got our pumpkin pie going. Now we're going to make an apple pie. Start by peeling and thinly slicing the apples, covering them with flour, cinnamon, sugar, and some lemon juice. I'm going to pour this into my pie crust, and then I'm going to make a lattice pie crust. I've never done this before, but it was actually quite fun and really pretty. I'm going to do an egg wash on this, and then sprinkle with some sugar and throw this in the oven. After these are done baking, I'm going to allow these to cool before cutting into them, and that's it. Nothing quite like a homemade pie for Thanksgiving.